Hi guys, this is Rusty78609, one day closer to the Coachman being delivered, and I wanted to do a little video about RV insurance, travel trailer, motorhome, whatever, even though there's a big difference between travel trailer insurance and motorhome insurance, and there's also a difference in full-timers and non-full-timers, a little bit, not much. But what I wanted to, and this will not be an all-inclusive review. I'm not going to talk about prices so much as to kind of define some things you might want to be aware of when you're purchasing your insurance. As to the carrier, just get the best deal you can and go with it. I'm with Geico. I get a multi-car discount. I get several other discounts. Ex-military, I don't know, I get all kind of discounts with Geico. And so I'm quite satisfied with my premium on my 2013 Jayco J-Flight 26-foot bunkhouse model. I pay $105 every 6 months. Pretty cheap, so I can't complain. And that's full coverage. And in fact, I'll even tell you a little bit about it here. Well, now it says my session has expired, so I got to start all over again. Hang on, patience, patience, patience. These are unedited, guys, unedited. Don't. But anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm logging into Geico, and I was just going to give you the kind of a summary. Let me go to my policy details right quick. Look at my coverage information. And again, I've been with Geico for a long time. I get a defensive driver discount. I get all kind of stuff. Okay, here we go. We're down to it. Now the 2013 Jayco J-Flight 26BH 6-month premium is $109. Comprehensive, other than collision, the deductible is $100. Pays for vehicle and glass damage due to, among other causes, theft, vandalism, explosion, and fire. That's comprehensive, and that's $54 every 6 months with $100 deductible. My collision that pays for the damage to your vehicle caused by a collision or when it overturns, and that is $55. And I also have $2,500 of contents coverage, and that's just thrown in as a bonus. There's no charge for that. So now I'm going to log out of this, but that's what I've got. That'll start the deal. And so now I'll close that page out. And then we'll go over here. And this is a page that I found that you might want to check out. This is a blog. It's rvinsurance.com. And this is dated March the 15th, 2016, and it says, do full and part-time RVers need different insurance? And the answer is yes, and you'll just need to check that out, because whenever you're full-timer, you need contents coverage because you got all your contents in the RV, and if you're a part-timer, you don't. So you don't need as much coverage for contents if you're a part-timer as opposed to full-timer. Full-timers also need liability coverage because they no longer have a homeowner's policy which has liability coverage for, let's say, your dog bites somebody, or somebody comes up to your RV and trips over something and falls, and it's your negligence that caused the fall. They can sue you, and if you don't have any coverage, well, they may get your RV. So another concern of full-timers that they need to be sure they have coverage for, in my opinion, is a lot of full-time RVers have storage buildings somewhere that they have stuff in because they couldn't get it all in their RV, or they have sort of a home base like I do where there's stuff, and when you're on the road, is that covered? And in my case, no. What I have here, if somebody stole it, they can have it. I don't want it, or it wouldn't be here. But for others, they may have some things that they need to get covered, and you'll need to be sure that your coverage extends to that storage building. And then it talks about how to plug the gaps and so forth. And then what generally, it says what qualifies as a full-timer. Well, that's a good question. Broadly speaking, this individual says, the insurance industry defines a full-time RVer as someone who lives in his or her RV at least 75% of the time. And the RV insurance underwriters generally divide the community of full-time RVers into three categories. Classic full-timers, these are typically retired and spend most of their time traveling in the RV. Working full-timers, these individuals use their RVs to travel from job to job. And then the fixed full-timers, these individuals live full-time in their RVs but in a fixed location, such as an RV park or somewhere else like I do. And then of course there's a vacation liability. There's all kind of things you need to check on with your insurance company if you are a full-timer to be sure you have coverage. And one of the things you need to triple check is to be sure that you have liability coverage if you are a full-timer. And it says, how much is RV insurance? Well, you know, mine again cost me $210 a year. That's everything, full coverage, basically $100 deductible. And that's through Geico. And of course I get I've got a multi-vehicle discount, I get a senior discount, I get a defensive drive. I get a lot of discounts through them, and I can't find anybody that can even come close to them. I've looked at some of the others, and I've looked at Good Sam. I've looked at I can't remember some others 2 years ago, and I just decided to hell with it. I'm fine. But it says the cheapest average rate for motorhome insurance can be found in North Carolina, with a median annual premium of $860. Now that's motorhome insurance. That's not travel trailer insurance. And the reason that is much higher is because, number one, it's a drivable vehicle. Number two, they're much more expensive normally than a travel trailer. It says, is insurance required on your travel trailer? Generally, your car insurance coverage will extend to your trailer. However, this typically only applies to liability coverages. If you want better protection for your property, you will need to have trailer insurance. It says, and then here's another question. It says, is a travel trailer covered by auto insurance? And then it says, in many cases, the trailer would need its own comprehensive or collision coverage, and that's what I've got in case something happens. It may be that contents would not be covered under your car insurance without an endorsement. Even if your trailer is covered, auto insurance policies will not typically cover a rented trailer, so that's something to know. So anyway, then there's a lot. Are there other things you need to know? Yeah, probably. It says, do insurance cover towing? If you have, if you have a, I have a what do you call it, emergency road service coverage on my policy, so that if I have a flat or something, I can call them and they'll send out Mr. Fix, and that works pretty good. I've only used it one time in 25 years, so it's not exactly a big item with me. Don't knock on wood. But anyway, that's about all I wanted to say on the RV insurance. Now the reason I did this particular video today was there was one of our subscribers, viewers, named Clint, suggested that this might make a good video, and I thought it would too, because not because it's all inclusive, because it would take hours to get into all of it, and you'd have to know each individual person's unit and so forth. You'd have to have a VIN number to really determine all the exact costs and things. So but it does it gets the rock out there to be polished into a diamond. And it also, for those of you that have RVs, it would behoove you maybe to review your coverage to be sure you have what you think, particularly as to your deductibles. That's one that you need to check every now and then, be sure that you've got it right. And number two, be sure that your coverage for your contents is adequate, because if you're adding electronic gear, some of that can be pretty expensive, And this is the dark side of the moon today for some reason. I don't have all the lights on. I don't know why. I just didn't. But having said that, guys, for those of you that have an RV or thinking about getting an RV to go RVing, motorhome or travel trailer, be sure you do your homework on the insurance that you will need. And maybe this video will stimulate some input from people that have some insurance issues, and let them post those comments, and you other people view them, and maybe they'll be beneficial. I hope that's the way this works. But having said that, guys, from Central Texas on August the 8th, 2017, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy USA made when you can, drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day will not hurt you. In fact, it's good for you. Take deep breaths, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth several times a day, because that really lowers your blood pressure. Lowering your blood pressure is good for you. Stretch, walk, keep your health, because if you don't keep your health, if you lose your health, you're not going to be worrying about going RVing, and you're not going to be worrying about RV insurance, because you'll probably be laid up in a hospital somewhere. So anyway, guys, focus on your health. Eat less. That's a biggie. Drink plenty of water. That's a biggie. So anyway, enjoy your day. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.